What's up, everybody? I'm Aaron Pryor, and this is Season 2 of Around the Rim. We've had a month of games to this point so far, so here are 3 things to catch you up on all things Big 12 men's hoops. Kansas has pieced together an 8-0 start thanks to the likes of LeGerald Vick, who's 3rd in the country in 3-point field goal percentage, and Dedrick Lawson, who's recorded 6 20-point games thus far and leads the Big 12 with 5 double-doubles. The Jayhawks' wins over Michigan State, Marquette, Stanford, and Tennessee have KU at number 1 in the country in the AP poll, which is where they started this season. And that number 1 ranking will be on the line Saturday morning as Villanova comes to Allen Fieldhouse, and another big non-conference game and a rematch of last year's national semifinal. Last year, KU was down to only 7 players by the time the Jayhawks won the Big 12 championship game in Kansas City, but a theme across the league this year is depth, and the Jayhawks have plenty of it.
This year we have more depth. We don't have as much experience on the perimeter, but our front line, we're not playing with 2 bigs anymore. We're playing with 5. So we'll have to figure out a way to play 2 bigs and still yet have a kind of a perimeter game in which I really liked how we played the last couple of years. But Dedrick Lawson is versatile enough; he can do that for us. So we've improved in some areas, but we're also not as good in some areas, at least early on.
Texas Tech, a team picked to finish 7th in the coaches' preseason poll, is also off to a hot 9-0 start as the Red Raiders lead the country in field goal percentage defense and rank 2nd in scoring defense. Plus, Jarrett Culver's 18-plus points per game have the Red Raiders 9-0 for only the 3rd time in program history. Tech will say goodbye to Lubbock Municipal Coliseum on Saturday before heading to New York to take on Duke at Madison Square Garden, where they'll need another tough defensive performance as the Blue Devils lead the country in scoring margin.
We're always trying to get better defensively. That's our identity. It's the first thing we talk about, recruiting. We spend the majority of our time in practice every day on defense. We're a defensive program. No better example than last year. We had a special group, special team, culminating in a nice NCAA tournament runs. I thought we were really good defensively. So this year, I think we have some different parts. We have some length and athleticism. We could be a different defensive team, but I think just as effective.
Finally, number 3, the Oklahoma Sooners are just on the cusp of the top 25 as OU is out to an 8-1 start with wins over Florida, Notre Dame, and recently a 32-point win over Wichita State. This is an Oklahoma team that seems to be playing really well together thus far and will welcome USC into the LNC this Saturday as we approach conference play. And finally, one bonus, Iowa State is a team that's won 5 out of its last 6 and will take their league-leading 82.3 points per game over to Des Moines to play Drake on Saturday. Mariel Shayok leads the Cyclones and the Big 12 in scoring with better than 20 points per game on 53% shooting. So there you have it, some news and notes from around the Big 12. We're going to be doing this on a weekly basis, so be sure to tune back in wherever you're watching for more Around the Rim. For the Big 12 Conference, I'm Aaron Pryor.